Looking your best doesn't always have to be pricey, but it's important to consider the value of clothing before you purchase it. Style guru Walla is back with the numbers behind creating a timeless style.
Yeah.
This is hard because it can be really expensive.
Well, it's a numbers game,
Right.
You have to figure out what's worth it, what's not worth it. Is it too expensive?
Right.
Is it not too expensive?
So how do we figure that out?
So there's a fun little equation that we have.
I'm not good at math. Is
You don't
this
have to
easy?
be.
Okay.
The best thing about it is you don't have to be good at math.
Okay,
right?
good.
It just has to make sense. There's
Okay.
a simple equation that you can do. You take the original price of the item,
Okay.
and you divide it by how many times you're going to wear it, right? And that's going to give you a cost per wear. And then your
Okay.
cost per wear plus your maintenance. And maintenance per year is going to be dry cleaning, or if you need just regular maintenance, if you've got to store it, if it's a fur coat or whatever that equals out to be.
Okay.
And then you're going to take your original cost minus whatever that maintenance is, and that's going to be your value per year.
That sounds like math.
That sounds like a lot of math, right?
That's a lot of math. Dividing X's.
Here's how you
like-
break it down if you're shopping. Right?
Okay.
Say there's a coat that's $100 or a jacket that's $100.
Yep.
If you're going to wear it 10 times within that year, right? That's
Okay.
worth $10 per wear. Is it worth $10 per wear?
Yes.
Is it a versatile blazer that you can dress up or down? Is it something you can wear to work and on the weekends?
Okay, but if it's like a really expensive dress you're wearing to one event,
Probably not worth it, right?
Okay, so how do you know, like, okay, it's time to skip? Like, what should that number be?
So if it's 65, after we do that equation, if it's 65% or more, then you're keeping it. If it's 65% or less, then you don't need it, right? It's
Okay.
one of those things that's like, it's not going to equal it. It's not going to get its value in my closet if it's just sitting
Right.
there. Ideally, you want stuff in your closet that you tend to go towards or want to wear, and the more often you wear it, the more valuable it is.
So are there certain questions that we should be asking ourselves before we
Yeah.
pull out our plastic?
Yeah, definitely. There's a whole series of questions, right? When you're shopping, it's always, do you love the item itself or do you just love the price? If it's the
Oh,
item,
that's a good one.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes a good deal, you're just like, oh, but it's like,
Yeah.
you're getting 80% off.
And then you get it home and you're like, even with the 80%
It's
off,
still
I'm never going to
ugly.
wear this.
Yeah.
So it never works. So that's always a great question to ask yourself if it's the price or not. If you can find it somewhere for less than where you're buying it, that's always a great question. And then really, how versatile is the piece? Is it going to be something that you can get a lot of wear out of versus not getting anything but one or two wears out of, and then it just sits in your closet?
I always ask myself, do I think about this item, like I leave the store and if I'm still thinking about
Yeah.
it days later, I'm like, okay, I need to go get it.
Well, and that's another great question is how pressing is it for you to, like, do you need it for an event that night or do you
Right.
need it the next day? That's always a great determining question because if it's something that you need right away, you're probably going to spend a lot
Right.
more than what you would have if it wasn't an essential item.
In my case, I think I need it and then I never do. All right, some really good tips, Walla. Thank you.
Thank you.